Week 7 of the college football season, Auburn heads to Baton Rouge. They haven't won there since 1999, so obviously going to be a hostile environment and a much-needed win for the Auburn Tigers. Tom Green joins me now from the Plains. And Tom, just kind of looking at this matchup, especially with LSU coming off a close win against Florida on the road, how big of a win will this be for the Auburn Tigers?
Oh, this would be a huge win. Obviously, you mentioned it, they haven't won there since 1999. Since that infamous cigar game with Tommy Tuberville as the head coach. So, you know, this has been something that's just eluded the program for the last 18 years. And, you know, if there's ever a year for Auburn to, you know, finally catch LSU down in Death Valley, this is the year. Auburn's riding high. They've won 4 straight. They've dominated all 3 SEC opponents they've had this season. The offense is starting to click with Jarrett Stidham and Kerryon Johnson. The defense is playing at a high level, and you know, LSU is a team that, you know, not really sure what you're going to expect. They lost at home to Troy, but then they went on the road and had an impressive win at Florida. So, you know, this is probably Auburn's best chance that they've had in a while to get a win over there.
And going into a hostile environment such as this, it's going to be really important for this Auburn team to get off to a fast start. That's something Gus Malzahn has reiterated, how, you know, Auburn's been getting off to a slow start here early in the season. So how important will that be in generating some of that early speed and early momentum in this football game?
Oh, that'll be huge. If you look at Auburn's last 4 trips to LSU, when Gus Malzahn has been either an offensive coordinator or a head coach, Auburn has fallen behind by 2 scores early on in the game, trailing at halftime each game. So they know the importance of going in there this week and not letting that happen like it did 2 years ago, like it happened in 2013. You know, they need to come out early. Trey Matthews said that right off the bat they need to come out and stop the run and make LSU a one-dimensional team. And, you know, offense, obviously they need to strike early, which they've done the last few weeks, either whether it was, you know, Kerryon Johnson last week or the deep passes the week before against Mississippi State.
Now, Tom, we enter week 7 of the college football season, and like many teams, injuries tend to spark at this time of year, trying to keep these guys healthy. Overall, what can you tell us about the injuries for this Auburn football team?
Well, starting at running back, you have some good news in that Kerryon Johnson should be 100% for the first time since week 1 after sustaining that hamstring injury against Georgia Southern. On the other hand, Cameron Petway, I don't expect him to play right now. You know, Gus Malzahn reiterated it after the Ole Miss win, that what they've been doing with him, where they try to get him in the game even though he's not 100%, just has been working. So if he's healthy, he'll play this week. But we won't know that until later in the week. He's going to try to practice and see where things are with his ankle and heel injuries. On the offensive line, starting left guard Mike Horton is going to try to practice this week. He rolled his ankle in the second half against Ole Miss, but we'll know more later in the week. The same thing applies for starting cornerback Javaris Davis, who missed last week's game with an undisclosed injury, and cornerback Jamel Dean, who left the game in the second half with an apparent leg injury. We do expect to see starting linebacker Trey Williams back. He missed 2 games, returned last week against Ole Miss, but left in the second half after re-aggravating his shoulder.
All right, Tom, thank you so much for the updates. We appreciate it. As always, Auburn kicking off in Baton Rouge at 2:30 on CBS. And for all your Auburn Tiger analysis and updates, you can visit us on AL.com.